Sometimes you gotta go fast. Other times you gotta forget some shit. With a series as polarized as Sonic, that's quite the amount Sega would want you to forget about everybody's favourite anthropomorphic hedgehog. 10 things about the series, to be precise. I just want to say thanks for watching this, because you could have easily looked at 10 random DeviantArt pictures and called it a night. Instead, however, I found some weird things, whether it be from one of the TV shows, comics, or even straight up from the games. Shadow the Hedgehog. Remember? He got a game. Not just any game either. This was Sega's attempt to make an edgier Sonic game, so they threw in Shadow instead of Sonic, made it grittier than a reboot of an 80s franchise. The explosions got bigger, the butt rock got heavier, they added motorbikes, frightening creatures, semi-automatic assault rifles, a grunge filter over the wait, fuck it. The butt rock got heavier? Wait, assault rifles, Shadow, a goddamn test tube hedgehog, using guns. Actual guns. Apparently, it was seen as inappropriate to give Sonic a gun, as fans had requested? What kind of fan base would want fucking Sonic with a... Wait, Sonic. Fan base. Okay, alright, yeah. I see, yeah. Sega needed a character far more edgy, and who could fill that role better than Shadow the Hedgehog? So they gave him a self-titled game, where he used guns. Shadow the Hedgehog, using guns. A damn hedgehog. A damn 50-year-old hedgehog created to take revenge against humanity by old man Gerald, who lived in the moon on a space ark, shaped into his own mustache, is now using Okay, the whole gun thing doesn't seem too weird now, does it? No, actually, it's still weird. It's stupid. It's a cartoon anthropomorphic government-funded experimental hedgehog, using real weapons. And this was meant to be taken seriously. I'd take Jason Voorhees using a Saints Row dildo bat twice as seriously as this. Sonic dies. Well, yeah, of course I know he dies all the time, but this time it isn't due to my lack of skill. This time it's due to my lack of effort to even play the game. As shown in Sonic CD, when you leave the game alone for long enough, Sonic will gain suicidal tendencies and jump off the edge of existence. Yeah. At the end of Sonic Adventure 2, Super Sonic happens. Good has bested evil once more. The day is saved. Everyone goes home. Shadow's dead. Chili dogs, happy days, friendship. The end. Wait, let me just cross-check that. Yeah, seems about right. Yeah, especially the part about Shadow, he's dead as fuck. Well, presumed dead. Look man, I know Sonic games need you to suspend at least some disbelief for it not to come across as stupid or cringeworthy. Well, as stupid or cringeworthy. But falling from space back into the Earth is hard to play off as a presumption. So yes, they definitely made it clear that he straight up dies. Shadow was believed to have been a one-off character for Sonic Adventure 2, and was presumably meant to stay dead. But turned out loads of people liked Shadow, so they brought him back to be a main character in the series from there on out. With Shadow unexpectedly rising in popularity, Sega realised they could use the character to build up the Sonic brand. I like to imagine this realisation led to a bunch of Sonic team executives sitting in a boardroom silently as one person mutters, Probably shouldn't have killed him, should we? Then Shadow the Hedgehog happened, leading to an ever more silent board meeting with Sonic Team. Leave him dead next time? Yeah? Yeah, we'll leave him dead next time. I mean, at some point Sonic Team must have had this meeting. Why do you think Silver doesn't have his own self-titled game of guns and softcore profanity yet? I mean, he isn't dead, but he may as well be since he only seems to compete in Olympic Games these days. So anyway, they brought Shadow back, and instead of being killed by falling through the Earth's atmosphere, he just got a slight bit of amnesia from it. So from here on out, Shadow appears in many future games, spouting off memorable lines such as, Who are you? And how do you know my name? I am the ultimate life form. I think. Don't quote me on that. Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? Like seriously, I could have sworn I put it around here somewhere. Oh, Sonic. You've had your fair bit of screen time on Saturday mornings. There's been quite a lot of shows all the way from the adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog back in the early 90s to Sonic Boom, airing right now. Now I know TV shows aren't the most canonical thing for a video game series, but Sonic has a brother and sister, Manic and Sonia, because somewhere in between that timeline of Sonic's many runs on the air, it's a pretty unique show. I say unique, I mean bad, a pretty bad show. Remember Sonic Underground? No? come on, Sonic Underground. Sonic Underground, they made a vow their mother would be found, yeah. They never did. Show got cancelled before they had the chance to, but there, now you remember. So yeah, Sonic has siblings, who all tried to find their mother. After all, they made a fucking vow, that shit's for life. Or 2 to 3 months, based on this show's run. Not only does Sonic have siblings, but they're in a band together, rocking the guitar, keytar, and drums. And together they fight against the evil robot Nick, with the power of heavy metal. Sadly, combining Dr. Eggman and heavy metal looked a lot better on paper, so this show's best left forgotten. Or laughed at from a distance. Sonic Adventure. A great game for a young kid such as myself back when I first played it. A fairly below average game with an adult mind and 20/20 vision when it comes to the nostalgia goggles. But nonetheless, most of the game is quite good. I think, like the Sonic stages and the gamma was alright too, kind of. Alright, everyone other than Sonic felt like cop-out playthroughs. But none other, out of the 6 playable characters, was a big letdown where you play as Sonic the Hedgehog. Now sadly, Sonic the Hedgehog was not medically cleared to take part in actual levels. Because of this, the story is carried out over a nice relaxing fishing trip to rescue your friend, Froggy. It's a broken as fuck fishing simulator. Now I mean broken. As a kid, I didn't even finish the game because of this one story. It's like a game of roulette. Now you can place your bets wherever you want, it doesn't matter because I mean who cares, it's not like it's gonna go where you fucking want it to! Whether or not Froggy decides to take the bait is all down to chance. Froggy could take the bait the first time he goes through it. Or maybe if you're lucky he'll take it the 10th time. Or the 100th time. I'm sure Sonic Adventure would be looked back on much, much more fondly if Big the Cat was repressed from everyone's memories. This is one I thought was really weird and random when I first heard it as a kid. Because you see, Sonic's biggest fear is water. You wouldn't expect it since he deals with it all the time in near enough every game. To be fair though, this is more prominent in the comics and TV shows, but it still explains why you eventually drown if you stick around on the water for too long in the games. I mean, it seems like you don't often drown in video games like this, especially in retro games, where it's just convenient to be able to survive so the level isn't as limited. So it wasn't exactly necessary to make drowning a feature. Maybe it was added because of Sonic's character with his biggest fear being water, or more specifically, drowning, since he's never seemed to show any ability to swim. Sonic Boom! Just Sonic Boom. From a technical standpoint, and financial standpoint, and like everything except the TV show standpoint. Just forget, you know, everything. Why exactly is the fastest thing alive named Sonic the Hedgehog? Because Ogilvy the Hedgehog wouldn't have sold half as many copies. Yeah, that's his actual name. Ogilvy. Like, when Sega signs his checks off, they have to sign it as Ogilvy. Ogilvy Morris Hedgehog. According to the Archie comics series, at least, which isn't exactly canon to the main series, his name's still fucking Ogilvy, I don't give a shit. I guess Sonic being only a nickname would make sense, since he wasn't always about that gotta go fast, radical lifestyle. But in the end, I guess Sonic is just that. A nickname. In the same vein as Tails, Bret the Hitman Hart, Slash, or John Senpai Cena. Sonic dies. No, like for real this time. He straight up gets murdered. In Sonic 06, the narrative rollercoaster it was involved the death of that dastardly hedgehog. In vintage 3D Sonic game fashion, the whole thing was underwhelming. This death couldn't have been any more blunt if it happened with the hard end of a microwave burger. Sonic and some character you're supposed to give a shit about were walking around this desolate area the game recognizes as a hub world, when suddenly, a random Sonic OC makes its way into the game's coding, only to appear and unleash a lance-like beam attack, backstabbing the blue blur instantly. According to the character bio Mephiles' DeviantArt creator has given him, he gains extra power due to his hate for Sonic, homework, and the Beatles, as well as his interest in the color black and the band Five Finger Death Punch. This enormous power led to Sonic being struck down in one devastating hit. He didn't stand a chance. Everything's been said about Sonic 06. The hate is overdone, but it's difficult not to acknowledge some of these things. As a follow-up to that last segment, remember that girl who's meant to be, like, important or something, you meant to give a shit I think. Sonic's microwave burger death led to her crying, causing plot to happen, revealing that she was the Chrono Trigger all along, and crying makes her unleash Exodia onto the world. Hyper-realistic Dr. Eggman summons all 3 Egyptian god cards to fight. Goku saves the day, and one young fanfiction writer sleeps happily at home knowing his novel was actually made into a game. If you really wanted her to cry so bad, Netflix should have just made her play this diarrhea piece of dog shit excuse with a video game. But why did she cry? Why? Why? 'Cause she loved Sonic. She fucking loved Sonic. For real. Not like she loves Sonic the Hedgehog, so she's willing to accept the Sonic Adventure series as decent games, regardless of their many flaws. No, not like that. Like, literally. She fucking loves Ogilvy more as Hedgehog. What I'm telling you is that the plot of Sonic 06 somewhat revolves around a romance story between a 17-year-old human girl and Ogilvy the fucking Sonic Hedgehog. So describing this game as fanfiction is far, far from an exaggeration. And I know my life would end up being much happier if I never remembered this shit again. Along with the success came the trading card game, the TV series, the plushies, the Pokemon centers, the Burger King tour. Wait, forget I said that. Forget I said that one. Along with the success came the controversy, the regrets, and the many things Nintendo want you to forget.